Hi, Queens. Sam here. I hope that you're doing amazing. If you are new here, welcome to my channel, Black Women Build Wealth. On this channel, we talk about building wealth. So, essentially, paying down debt, saving money, making investment, and also protecting our assets so we get to live the life that we love. So, if you're interested by that, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you are aware when I go live or that I share a video in relation to that. And if you're a returning queen, welcome back. In today's video, I want to share with you 10 money saving tips for women. As you guys know, I'm on a mission for 2024 because I want to achieve my money goals. So essentially, I'm really trying to find ways to save money, and I've came across a few ones that have some that I'm already doing, some that definitely I'm going to be trying, and I wanted to share with you. Just in case you're interested, I'll say number three is probably the one that I'm already doing that, and I've seen a difference in terms of how much it has made me save in terms of money, but also really making my choices more sustainable. And so the first one is first money saving tip for women. And actually, before I get into it, some of the tips that I will share with you might apply or might not apply. You can scrap the one that don't apply to you. And again, like I said, this is not a 10 tips that every woman should be applying, but it's specifically for women. Granted that some will apply to your situation and some not. It all depends on our life and where we are actually in our own journey. So, with that being said, first money saving tip that I want to share with you is don't buy maternity clothing. Do not buy them. Instead of buying maternity clothing, just go buy the size in the regular clothing that will fit you. So, just as an example, when I was pregnant, my size I had to buy essentially I went like two size up, and when I was looking at essentially monthly clothing, I realized that they were quite expensive just because they were maternity clothing versus if I wanted to buy pretty much something similar essentially, but like bigger size, two size bigger than what I was essentially, that would have been less money. To be quite honest, I ended up not even buying much when I was pregnant because first of all I already had some uh, maternity clothing from my first pregnancy, and I was able to get a lot of maternity clothing donated to me for free by shopping in my Buy Nothing group. But just to go back to the first money saving tip, if you end up pregnant and you need to buy clothing because essentially your size has changed, do not go directly in the maternity section of your store or like when you're shopping online, because as soon as the clothing is labeled maternity, most of the time will end up costing more. Just go get the corresponding size that you are in the regular clothing. So first tip. The second tip for women is essentially reducing the number of product that we use for personal care. So body care, face care, cosmetics, or like hair care. The environmental working group has done a study that came out. The result came out in 2023, and they say that women, on average, daily we use 12 products. 12 personal care products. I don't know for you, but for me, it's a lot. Do we need that much? Again, it all depends, what is your skin condition, your health condition, and all that. But, just remember that skin is the largest organ that we have. Yes, we do need to take care of it, but most of the time, we end up using too much product on the skin than we should. What the skin needs in first is really water. Just make sure to drink first of all a lot of water, to keep yourself hydrated. That'll be already, that's not the product, and it goes in your body, and it really does wonder to start and really find a way to reduce the number of product that you are using. Or also, if you have brands product, you might be able to find another brand or a no-name brand that is going to be able to do the same thing for you without having to pay so much money. The third money saving tip for women is actually switching from disposable period pad to reusable period pad. I have adopted reusable period pad in the past few years, and I love, love, love them. For the few times in the past few years that I've actually used disposable period pad, that was just because I was lazy, or just maybe my laundry cycle was not I didn't um, works for me to be able to wash all of my reusable periods and I ended up buying disposable one. But honestly, I prefer to use the reusable one because first of all, it doesn't cost me any money. I already paid to get them. I just need to maintain them well, wash them well, dry them well, and maintain them well, and then just reuse them every month. You of course have to change them, replace them every other year or every 2 or 3 years. But honestly, that will save you so much money than having to buy reusable periods pad every month that you have your period. So look into it. There are a few brands, free companies out there doing that. I there is one that couple of one that I like that I'm using right now. But I'm pretty sure if you search online, you can find some other ones. And make sure to read the reviews depending on your own situation before trying some of them. But that's the third one. I told you the third one is the one that I'm already doing, and I could really tell how much money I've been saving because those disposable periods are expensive. They are expensive, right? So and most of the time you don't use just one pack per month. You end up using more than one pack. So for me, the reusable one works perfectly. The fourth money saving tip is try to not buy products that are advertised for women. And let me explain. I'm going to take an example, like shaving cream. You have shaving cream that are specifically for women and the one that are specifically for men. Listen, both of them do the same job. I know I said it, and someone can go in my comment and say that they're not. I've tried both. Both of them do the same job, and honestly, the men one tend to work for me at least much better when I use it. I don't use shaving cream all the time, but when I use it, I tend to buy just the men one. They're less expensive, you get more for your money, and they work better. So you can try. So shaving cream is an example. Razor is another example, the disposable one. And so as soon as something is for women and it's like in pink and whatnot, you can also be sure that you're going to be paying the pink money or the pink tax for it. So try for yourself. For any product that they advertise just for women, go get the one that is just for men and try both and see which one works the best and which one is the least expensive. Chances are you'll see that the men ones work perfectly and the less expensive, and you get more bang for your buck. Try it out and let me know. So that was the fourth one. And then the fifth one is when you're ready to buy a new clothing. So we see a piece of clothing, we're excited about it, and we just want to go and get it. Just take a time to think about it. And one thing that back in the days when I finally decided to really get my shopping in control, I will really look at the piece of clothing that I want to get and try to match it with five other piece of clothing that I had it in my wardrobe. Because one thing that you don't want is that you get a piece of clothing that only goes so well with that one pair of jeans. So that means that you can only wear that top with that pair of jeans. And so that means that you need more clothing, right, to match other maybe bottoms that you have in your wardrobe. So, but if you try to match that top with at least 4 or 5 bottoms, I'll say minimum five, that gives you flexibility, right? Because then you can really change it out. You can have that, you can literally from getting one outfit, you have 5 outfits right there by just buying one top. So really try to do that because first of all, that will reduce the number of items that you'll be buying. That will make you save money. And then, you can get creative as well in the way that you're going to be matching your own outfit. So try it out and then let me know. Maybe if you're already doing it, let us know in the comment how that has been working for you. The uh, sixth tip for saving money for women is instead of joining a gym, try to join, I'll say, a fitness group, right? So One thing that Adeline in the Wealthy Black Women Summit has shared with us is that us women, we crave connection. We function more when we're like in community, when we connect. And so when you go to the gym, I'm talking about where you have the machines, those are done in a way, it's not really community, right? Because you go there, you do your own thing on each machine, and then you leave. So currently, us women, we thrive more when we have those group fitness coming together to do something. Either we come together to run, we come together to do like a Pilates class, to do like yoga class, to do like a heat class. We actually thrive better, and we also can really leverage it. So instead of you throwing your money at a gym and then just saying, honestly, at the beginning you might go a couple of times, and then eventually that'll be just money that you're taking every month from your bank account, but really you're not going because you're not really connected that much to just go there and like pump iron and whatnot. I'm not saying all women are like that, but according to her, that's really the way that us women we thrive when it comes to fitness. So really think about it and be like, maybe joining a group, a fitness group will work best for you than joining just a gym. Like, so I'm talking a gym in terms of the machines. And if you haven't had a chance to actually check out the Wealthy Black Women Summit, the replays are still available until end of February, so you can go on the website and grab it. Adeline was she's a health and fitness instructor, and she gave us a session on health. So essentially, the title of the session was "Your Health is Your Wealth," and she really shared with us things that are really particular to women and how we can exercise and do our fitness in a way that works for us. So it's because not all the ways apply for everybody. So that's essentially the 6 money saving tip for women. And then the 7 money saving tip for women is really to simplify your hair care maintenance. Um, I don't know for you, but like, sometimes I'll hear people say, oh, every 4 weeks I have to go to my hairstylist, or like when they remove a hairstyle, automatically they need to get another one. And so trying to see if there is a way for you to space out a little bit the frequency of your hair care. So your hairstyle, really. And in that, instead of maybe going to your hairstylist every 4 weeks, maybe you go every 6 weeks or even every 8 weeks. And so, of course, if that's going to be damaging to your hair, I will not suggest. But I find that sometimes we get into a momentum where we think that's the only way that can happen. And going to the hairstylist uh, person is actually expensive, right? So it is expensive, except if you do it yourself. So in that case, it's different. But like if you have to go to a barber shop or like a hairstylist shop to get your hair done, and then you have to buy the hair. Sometimes you have to buy the hair and all of that. It can amount to a few $100s each time that you go. So that's kind of like quite a bit of money when you look at it from on a yearly basis. So if there is a way for you to really space out your hair care maintenance, that that's a win for you. Essentially, so that's the seventh way, 7 money tips for women, in case that's something that you want to do. Number 8, money saving tip for women is, I do believe that each woman has a skill. So it could be that you're really good at sewing. It could be that you're good at doing hair. It could be that you're good at cooking, right? So is there a way for you to exchange services, right? So I like the fact that sometimes some women will get together, and one is really good at doing hair. So she will do this person's hair this weekend. And then that person who's really good at cooking will provide the other person with like few meals. And to me, I like it because it's a way to take money out of the equation, and all we're doing is really exchanging services. So you don't really have to pay for anything, but you get to exchange services with someone that most likely you enjoy being around, and you guys just support each other that way, right? So I think maybe if you look in your network just to see who's strong at doing what, and you guys just like start chatting about that and see if there is a way for you to support each other in exchanging services. You might be surprised. You might be surprised, and then just realize that maybe you don't need to be spending I don't know, a few hundred at the hairstylist every 6 weeks, but that your friend can do your hair and then you return. You cook her a few meals once in a while because she doesn't really like cooking, right? So number nine, well, money saving tip for women is in the same vein of exchange services, clothing swap, right? So uh, women, I've heard, not seen, I've never participated, but I've seen some instances where women will get together with their clothing that they're not using anymore. And of course, making sure that, people are kind of like in the same size. And then they'll just put everything together and they will exchange, they will swap the clothing. And so it's a nice way to get new clothing in your wardrobe without you having to pay for anything. And at the same time, also to declutter your own wardrobe. And most of the time, women will come together and make it also like a nice get together. Also, they'll have a nice meal, they'll be having nice drinks, and at the same time, also swapping clothing. So, if you're someone who like to refresh your wardrobe time to time, maybe you can find like a circle of other women who are really interested to come together time to time, like once in a quarter or something. Declutter your wardrobe, bring some pieces there, and then you guys just swap clothing, and you also have good time being together and like just sharing a meal and having drinks. And then the 10th money saving tips that I have for women is to actually invest yourself, right? So this is the 10 one, and one that maybe you are not seeing coming. But really, I think that women can make more money by investing themselves. As I've shared on this channel in a couple of my videos, only 30% of investors are women. Though when it comes to building wealth, we investing is almost you know, I don't know, like how can you build wealth without investing? I'm not seeing that happening. Maybe another way, but like, most of the time people who have built wealth have done so by investing. And so us women, a lot of women tend to delegate either to the partner, to the financial advisor. They don't really want to deal too much with money. It's changing now, but still there is such a big gap between men investing and women investing. And at the end of the day, what that causes is essentially that a lot of women are losing money by having uh, someone else managing their investment, their money. They are losing money either because that person is charging you a high fee, or just because your partner really doesn't know what they're doing, and you by the time you realize this, you guys are like in a financial hole that you need to dig yourself out of. And so I do believe that more women need to be in control, in charge, or aware of their money, of their investments. And so that's really a saving tip that, it's a 10th one, but I probably say is the most important one, is because that's one of the long-term one, right? Like, to really making sure that uh, you have a good grasp when it comes to your wealth building, and especially when it comes to investing. There you have it. Those were the 10 money saving tips that I wanted to share with you, which are specifically for women. To let me know in the comments below what you think of them, and also share if there are any saving tips that you can think of when it comes to women that we can really put in place to keep more money in our pockets, so we get to invest more and build wealth long term for ourselves and also for our loved ones. Thank you again for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do share with anyone that you think might benefit from this video. And until next time, keep on building wealth.